guys, and welcome back to the channel. Look, stranger! Yay! Okay guys, so I said about a couple of weeks back I would be doing a video on my first impressions of the PS5. So I thought, why not get a fellow PS5 owner who's had it longer than me along to do the video with me. And by the way, I'm sat so uncomfortable because we're really sat low on the floor and I'm wearing really tight jeans. So he's comfy, he's got his slacks on. But yeah, slacks.
That's someone from the 30s, man.
Yeah.
He's got his slacks, man.
Yeah. But anyway, if you want to know about our impressions on the PS5 or anything like this, or where I got my idea for my glass teacups from. Yeah, well anyway, here's a time code for us talking about the PS5. But until then, what have you been up to in the past, God knows how long?
It's years.
Yeah. So he literally lives down the road from me now, and I've been up here loads of times, but we just haven't actually got the camera out to film anything.
Well, we
forever.
just start talking, and you just realise suddenly it's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're getting to that age now where you have to go, I'm sorry, dude, I've got to go to bed.
I need to go to sleep. I need to go to bed. Yeah. But so what in the oh God knows.
I've transitioned. There you go, transitioned. This is probably the word of the moment.
Are you finally getting the opt?
Yeah, I'm fully now. I've transitioned from Xbox and into a PC Master Race. PC Master Race.
I mean, for people who watch the channel know I've been saying about how he's Mr. PC, Mr. Super PC, but he's not at the moment because his graphics card's poorly and it's had to be sent away for repairs.
Yeah, somewhere over the bloody, on a container ship going back to Hong Kong somewhere, yeah.
It's going to bring back something like a mosquito that will bring back a new form of a virus, but let's not talk about viruses because they don't exist really.
I've gone from an RTX 30 card to a crappy AMD card. So I've gone from 4K gaming to 1080p.
Yeah. But so what games have stuck out in the last couple of years that you played? We played Man of Medan, but we also played, what was it? Golf. What was that golf called?
Oh, golfing with friends. No, it was the other one.
Professional something or other golf
one
night.
Yeah, that was fun. You know, that suited our age range actually, didn't it? If they had bowls, we would. Don't talk about bowls.
Yeah, no. That's my dad's life, bowls.
Yeah, games we've been playing. On the PC, I've been playing quite a lot. I've played Resident Evil 8. That was really good.
I've got that to play.
Forza.
He's always playing Forza.
He
lives on Forza. I've been playing a bit more Forza, but I'm never going to catch up with this dude. He's like up here.
And every week they have new challenges, and I just jump on and just do new challenges. And other games I've been playing, been back to some really old classics like Rise, Son of Rome.
That game I always put back on. It's so good.
I've got memories now because that was one of the first. That was the first Xbox One game that I played. That's the first one installed when we brought it back that night.
Yeah,
because I was so
which is on this channel. The night we went and got it,
all the way back.
And look how much younger we look back then.
Talk for yourself, mate. Just handsome.
Keep telling yourself that.
I've been playing some. I played Last of Us 2.
Yeah,
love that. Absolutely love that.
My favourite PlayStation game of all time.
It's up there with them. Yeah, all the Naughty Dog games are really good. I tried to play Uncharted 1 the other day and it wasn't as good as I remember.
I just bought the multi-pack for that.
Oh,
yeah. So it was not for me though. It's for Paige. She's been playing quite a bit.
But yeah, so that's quite good.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I actually finished that. I played it. Started playing when it first came out, and I never finished it.
Yeah.
And I went back to it a few weeks ago on the PS5 and finished it last night, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go back to the map and start going around and collecting all the bits and pieces.
That's what I did. Ready for when the director's cut comes on.
The one thing that really gets me is the bloody bamboo.
Oh. Yeah, I did them all, but remembering the combinations as you're playing it.
Yes, and it's L1 square, L1 square or something.
I say the fact that we got like that and The Last of Us 2 last year was fantastic. I wasn't interested in The Last of Us 2, and yet from the moment I played it to the second I stopped playing it, whenever I was at work and I was out and about, I just wanted to get home to play it. I mean, it was my game of the year last year, and it's my favourite PlayStation game of all time. I mean, yes, there's certain things you have to block off and just get on with it. And I just, I thought it was
spoilers alert, but when they killed Joel and I saw it at the video of it,
you don't know that by now, guys, get out of that rock. Come out from that rock. And,
I was like, I don't know if I want to play this because Joel was like a big character in the first game.
Yeah.
And his death was like, oh god, I don't know if I can play this. But when you look at it and you see 2 points of view, when you see Abby's point of view from it as well, that was her dad that was killed in the hospital, and you can see the motivations behind it. So yeah, I enjoyed that.
I mean, I do think Abby's definitely over selfish, but she got her revenge, and she could have done Ellie as well, considering Ellie then went and slaughtered all of her friends. You know, I thought Abby was my favourite character. Abby was my favourite character, and seeing her tied up
end.
and all weedy, all muscly gone and everything was just...
Yeah. Been playing some games that have been ported over from the PlayStation to the PC. So Death Stranding on the PC is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah, now I saw it here. I think it was not last time I was here. It's just like
on the decent graphics card.
What? Yeah, yeah, on the decent graphics, not the one that's got all dotty artifacts. He sent me a picture. Here's that picture he sent me.
Yeah, it's all about artifacting. God.
Yeah.
That is like when you play on PC and you get the artifact in and you know that your card's dead. It's like a moment of heartbreak. You know, you've lost something.
Yeah.
So, but it's hopefully going to be fixed, and well, hopefully I'll get a new one. So
it's due next week, didn't you say? Is it next week?
Well, I've got to sort it out next week. But definitely Death Stranding looked good.
Cyberpunk, did you try that?
I played Cyberpunk, finished it. It was okay.
I'm waiting.
I'm not a big fan of CD Projekt Red. I didn't like The Witcher. I know you're going to hate me for saying that.
I love The Witcher 3. The Witcher.
It was okay. I mean, I feel sorry for the people on the original Xbox who played it, and they showed you what it would be like, and then they got it, and it was this horrible mess.
I was Paige got it on launch, and she was like, "Dad, you got to come." And every night she was sending, like, she's uploading new videos of like people sat down on nothing, or just cars flying through buildings. And
I've seen one with the car flying and the guy doing the T-pose going down the car went down the road.
I mean, I think that will be a fantastic game, but I'm definitely going to wait till it's finished. I mean, there's a proper like next gen version due out next year, isn't there? I mean, I'll probably wait till that. On
the PC, it ran with like ray tracing on and everything else. It looked amazing. It looked good. But hopefully on the next gen consoles, the PS5 and Xbox, the ray tracing will be on it. It looks super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one thing I will say, that I played Last of Us Part 2 on the PS5. Massive improvement over the PS4 version.
Yeah, I played on PS4.
60 frames a second, 4K. It looked brilliant. Just having 60 frames a second is a big plus, you know, on a game. So, and that's why when I play games on my PC now, they don't run at 60 frames a second because I've got a shit graphics card.
Not much longer.
The thing is, though, graphics cards market at the moment, even the shit ones are costing a fortune.
Yeah. Yeah, so Anthony's been going on and on about wanting these new graphics cards. It's like they're like triple the price they should be, aren't they? They're like scalping from PS5 and so forth. The
one I bought was originally about 650 quid. It's now listed on Overclockers at over £1,000. So,
and that's away in Taiwan, on its way back.
It's in some freighter some bloody where. So apparently the company they just throw it away and they just get the other company to replace it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not going to go down that road. But
so you've moved back down the road from me, which is the closest I think you've ever lived to me now, which is 2 minutes down the road. And what else have you done? You've gone through quite a few tellies.
I've got a 65-inch one.
He's now got a 65-inch 4K telly, which is quite relevant when we talk about PS5 in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's got a sound bar, which is really cool. I've got a surround setup, but it's actually got an Atmos sound bar. It's really cool.
It's good because what was I playing the other day? I was playing a PC game because PC games have Dolby Atmos. PS5 don't, which I really... They have Dolby Digital and DTS, but they don't have the Dolby Atmos.
Yeah.
I was playing Call of Duty on Dolby Atmos.
Yeah.
And you have fighters come over your head.
I don't even know what Atmos is. Is it just like a different way they just make the sound?
It's got... The soundbar has 2 speakers on the top of the soundbar, and they fire up at the ceiling. And it gets reflected down.
So like the sound rain you showed me last time I was here.
Come from above you. So if you're in a gunfire, you hear bullets whizzing over your head. So yes, I am so uncomfortable.
So I can't even go up on my knees because I'm like 19 feet tall. Because that's how low the table is down.
See, I don't ever sit on chairs. I always sit on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm old.
Only that little bit older.
Xbox. I still haven't got an Xbox Series X though.
No, he's got the really cool Gears of War, icy grey.
Yeah.
Xbox Series X.
I don't ever really now because we've got Ultimate on PC.
Yeah, crossplay.
Crossplay, yeah. Sorry, an Ultimate Game Pass.
Yeah.
I don't really switch the Xbox on. It's all on the PC.
Yeah. And when we play things, just play cross-gen.
It's good. Crossplay, it's really, it helps.
Mm.
The Microsoft have done a fantastic job in bringing PC games. And I think Sony now have realised what they're doing wrong because I've heard
Jim Ryan in charge. That's what they're doing wrong.
I heard that God of War is making its way to PC soon, which would be you've had Horizon Zero Dawn. What's the zombie bike one?
Days
Gone.
Yeah.
That's on PC. Death Stranding's on PC. And there's certain other ones as well.
Well, apparently all of Mr. Cage's games coming across, like Detroit Become Human.
I love that game.
They're all supposed to be coming over, aren't they?
They're on PC now, sorry.
Oh, they're on already, are they?
So you've got Beyond Two Souls.
Aquatic Dreams, yes, because they're not owned by Sony anymore. That agreement's over with, so he can do what he wants, can't he?
Yeah, so you've got Beyond Two Souls, you've got
Heavy Rain.
Detroit Become Human.
Detroit Become Human is my favourite by far.
There's just so many different ways to play through that it's just...
I liked Heavy Rain, but I hated the idea that the guy that you get attached to and you think's brilliant turns out to be the murderer. So you're like,
there's so many plot holes in
that.
Jason!
Yeah. Oh God, I hated that. But Detroit Become Human, amazing, start to finish.
It is. It looks... It's one of them games that looks amazing as well.
Yeah.
What other games I've got coming out from the PlayStation? Journey,
yeah.
Remember that?
I've installed that, but I haven't played it. It's
Yeah.
like a 3-hour game.
Well, it's on there to play, but...
I've got our Forever list, last to play list. He showed me his, was it Steam? To play list.
See, I did a Humble Bundle where you get like 12 games for like £10. Some of them are shite, some of them are brilliant. They done Metro Exodus on there last month.
Awesome game.
Which on the PC it's the special edition one which runs completely on ray tracing.
The important with Metro Exodus is just make sure you've got a lot of gas masks near that last part. Because
Don't worry, I haven't finished it.
Yeah, just telling you, stock up on your gas mask because if you don't, you're going to be really annoyed. It's a hint I would tell anyone. It's like, okay, I'm not going to spoil the game, but just make sure you have loads when you come up to the end. So, as you guys are here now, we should talk about the PS5-ness and our thoughts on games we're playing and doing. So first of all, Richard's got the digital version, I've got the disc version. You've had yours how long?
Just 2 weeks before you had yours, I think.
Because
you come down.
Don't know how long I've had mine.
You come down. You played Astro.
Astro's Playroom.
Yeah, Astro's Playroom, and it was like the adaptive triggers. Is like, oh god! The first time I played it was like, oh god, this is.
Yeah,
brilliant.
it is. It's cool. And yeah, I basically went home and regular viewers channel will know that someone local put one up for sale, retail, so I just went and picked it up, sold my CX vouchers and got it, and I got this version.
Well, I got the digital version because having a PC, all your games now are digital, and I just figured it's the easiest way to go rather than waiting in line. I mean, I don't know if you've been to the local retail like Tesco's recently. Their games,
everything
gone. They're dwindled down to nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't intend on selling.
And expensive. There's hardly anything cheap anymore.
Yeah. Mind you, you don't want to know how much I pay for Ratchet and Clank on the PS5 digital version.
Hang on, is it $69.99?
That's the one.
Lucky enough, I got mine with the bundle. And so let's actually talk about the PS5. So first of all, performance, right? So this is where our views differ. Purely not over how we are. I don't have a 4K telly. I have a 1080p telly. My telly is old. I love my telly. Richard has an awesome 4K telly. So my first impression was I got my PS5. And because I've had a Series X since launch, all this quicker load and everything, it meant nothing because I was so used to it.
Can I just say something though?
Go then.
PC Master Race, we've had SSDs for ages and NVMe. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Mind you, I must say,
the
PS5 playing some games, the loading times are fantastic. They are really super quick. Be nice when we actually get to know what NVMe drives, M.2 drives we can put in there to use as extra storage, but they're going to be expensive.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be crazy expensive. But because we don't know at all when they're going to do it. They've give us hard drive add-on, haven't they? But
For
you
the
can't
Xbox?
play it for the
Oh, yeah,
PS5.
yeah.
But you can't. You can store stuff with PS4 and play it, but you can't play PS5 games.
Yeah.
Similar to the Series X.
It's because there's not enough bandwidth to load the games in.
And this stupid tiny amount of hard drive space on the PlayStation.
It's
Oh,
like something, original was 800, by the
Yeah.
time the system software and all that, I think you just get over 700 gigs.
well, when
Not even
I
that.
cleared mine, I had just below 500 gigs.
Yeah,
That was from a fresh install.
yeah.
But I mean, the machine itself is massive. The thing is, I'd heard so many bad reports. I'd heard about some being noisy. Mine's whisper quiet. The only time I hear it is when it's installed from the disk drive.
I don't even hear mine.
I don't have, I'm saying, but obviously you're not a disk drive.
No,
so,
so yeah.
So the only time, I put my hand on the top, it's always cool. It's
Yep.
never really hot.
I've seen one of them dismantled, and the cooling system on that is huge.
Yeah, like the whole thing that goes around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the only console with liquid metal.
Yeah.
So you have no thermal paste, it's pure liquid metal, which is better transferring.
Yeah.
They have to put a special dam around the CPU.
This is why he's the
SoC.
PC guy. He even started his own PC channel. He did one video. He needs to do more. If I need to know anything PC, I just ask this dude. Fix my PC fan.
You'll bring it down, I'll fix it for you. The system on chip, the actual CPU and GPU, has a special thing around it to stop the liquid metal going onto the other components because it'll short out.
Yeah. I
But-
see the takedown. I've seen loads of people take them down. And pull
But
them
it's
apart.
the liquid metal. I mean, PC people have been doing it for a little while now, but you have to be so careful with it.
What happens if you drink it?
Instant death.
Yeah. That's what I'm asking.
Do you want to get yourself? Okay.
No, you're all right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so sorry, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's so cool. It runs at such a low temperature.
Mm.
You know, the cooling system on it, the heat pipes. It's
But
just
I've never heard my PS5, and I've never heard my Series X other than when they've had a disc in them. And I mean, PlayStation side, it's a big win because all of our PlayStations, how loud have they been in the past? I mean,
Yeah.
my One X got loud on Forza Horizon 4, it got loud on Red Dead and that sort of stuff. But not to the levels of the PlayStation 4 Pro, that was just crazy. And it's so good to have a whisper quiet machine. I struggle to put my PlayStation 5 somewhere because it's so huge.
yeah, that was one of the first impressions when I took it out of the box. Should we?
Yeah, he's got his digital. I should have bought my normal. I'm not here. Hello, it's in the middle. Yes,
Digital versions.
yeah. This box is huge. So when I actually picked mine up and I picked the box up, I'm like, you get the impression it's going to be huge, but you don't know until you've actually got it in your hand. You're like, wow.
That was the first time I actually physically saw a PS5.
Yeah.
Was when I took it out of the box. I was like,
Yeah, it's just like that is absolutely crazy.
it is tall.
But yeah, so I mean, I had so many people telling me like myths about the PlayStation 5 and things like that. It's like you can only play PlayStation 4 games with a PlayStation 4 pad. It's like no, my PlayStation 5 pad works on all PS4 games, so I don't know where that came from. The games, I still say, I mean, I love Ratchet and Clank, but I love Astro's Playroom.
yeah.
Astro's Playroom
And for a free game.
is so good. Nintendo could do with knowing something like a free game with their console.
Yeah.
But
Even
yeah,
if it's just a demo thing like that was to show
it's like a good few hours.
yeah.
And
And
I've got
it's
to go
difficult.
back, I've got to go back to do it. And the pad makes,
The
the
adaptive
pad
triggers.
is- everything about that pad is fucking amazing. I mean, I love the fact it's got a microphone on it. It's definitely my favourite pad. It did take my hands a few whiles. The top corners, where they're a bit more narrow, it took my hands a while to get used to them. Paige, she had blisters and everything where she weren't used to it. The touchpad blowing in the mic, everything fantastic. Astro's Playroom is still my favourite. So graphics on my telly, I mean, they still look absolutely stunning. Same to Richard, and we basically bought Ratchet and Clank at the same time, didn't we? So I started playing it, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic game. I loved it. It's a solid 6 close 7. But because I didn't have a 4K telly, I didn't get the visuals. But the man with the 4K telly,
It looked awesome.
and he put it on earlier, and yeah, it's such a difference. I mean, if you've got one of these new consoles, and I know I'm getting the funds to get one now, you need one of these 4K.
If you have a
tellies.
1080p TV, you're not doing any service
Yeah.
at all.
No.
You're just not. It's just night and day difference.
Yeah,
The
100%.
HDR is really good on it, but I don't like HDR.
I mean, I
There's
think
just
it was
something about that I don't.
when you was at your last place. One of the last things we did is we watched a film in 4K. Can't remember what it was we watched, and then you played some Battlefront 2 in 4K, and I was like, wow. And yet, actually seeing Ratchet and Clank in 4K, you sent me a message actually saying you're Mr. PC Ratchet and Clank. Wow, didn't you?
So for me, that is a game that is an 8.
Yeah,
I loved it. It's not too long. That's the only thing, but.
We were both saying that when we play games, we play a similar way where we just break everything, search everything, just to get some longevity out of the game. We've both finished it now.
Yep.
Rich is into New Game Plus, where I had the disc version. I've sold my disc on to fund Resident Evil 7. So,
you've also got, New Game Plus as
Yeah.
all the new weapons, or the
So-
upgraded weapons.
Omega, the weapons, when you play through the second time, you can get different levels and stuff. I didn't know that. He was showing me tonight. But the whole game I thought was brilliant. I thought Nefarious as the bad guy was fantastic.
2 of them.
Yeah. What made me laugh is when you go to that battle arena, the guy that does the voice there was Chaos from Skylanders. It's the same guy that did Chaos. I was laughing I was like, that's Chaos. They had to fit him in there somewhere. And yeah, but I think the game is brilliant. The adaptive triggers make that game.
Yeah.
Everything. I did find that the one problem I find with my PlayStation 5, I'm sure you do as well, is I turned my sensitivity to the rumble and controls down because my pad needed charging so much.
Yeah.
I got about 2 hours one day at the max.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it sucks, but it makes sense. It does make sense what it's doing. I mean, I reckon most of that power is going to when it's forcing that trigger.
Well, there's 2
push
actual
harder.
motors in it to push the triggers, isn't
Yeah.
there? So, it's going to take up, the batteries in them aren't exactly massive, are they?
No, don't be too big a battery.
So unfortunately, unless you're going to plug it in, at least the Xbox, you can swap out the batteries, or battery pack, or whatever.
Yeah, you can just have two pads. Most people just have 2 PS5 pads, don't they? That's what the dock's got.
I've got a dock. You plug the charger in the top and you put it on. It's a cheap dock.
Yeah,
but
they got the official one as well.
Yeah,
but
they're too bloody expensive. This one was only about £12.
Yeah. No, I also got. Now I've installed some PS4 games and. You don't get the upgrade from the PS4 games I've played that you did on Xbox. But then again, certain Xbox guns get the boost, don't they? Whereas some PS4 games haven't got that yet.
Upgraded.
Yeah, I haven't got that. I haven't got that yet. But I noticed that everything about that, the loading. My PS5 will be playing all the PS4 games now, which is like, no doubt. What else did I want to say? The pad was amazing. Obviously, I'm missing out on the 4K. I also got Miles Morales. Now I haven't played it yet. But you have, haven't you?
Yeah, I've nearly finished it, but I'm playing it through again because I got the original Spider-Man cheap because I had Miles Morales.
Yeah, I fluked mine. I got mine. I think I told you. I got mine from CEX and it had a code, and I'm like, "There's no way that code's going to work," and it did.
Oh.
So I was lucky there.
But
there was one outfit they say in Miles Morales. I can't remember. I saw it on the other day. There's one outfit you can get for him. Isn't it like from the Multiverse Spider-Man or something?
And he runs at 30 frames a second. Or 50. Yeah, it's it's from the film. What's it called? Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, yeah.
And it's from that, and it looks like a cartoon animation when you run and walk and all that.
Yeah.
And it runs at a lower frame rate.
Yeah, I've got to get that. That's not time limited or something, is it?
No, it's in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to the original Spider-Man, it's been upgraded. You've got ray tracing, which is great.
Yeah, and I've got to do my awkward transfer the save over, which of course you have to play the game on the PS4 and press 1 on the upload screen, then put the game on the PS5 and press R1.
Or you could just subscribe to PlayStation Plus and it all goes up to the cloud.
Apart from Spider-Man.
Oh really?
Spider-Man is a different case.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the only one that does that. It's a different case because I thought, because I transferred all my saves over to the PS5 and I thought I'd play the PS5 version of the game. No, so I looked online and you just literally have to play it on the PS4, press R1 to upload it to the cloud, and you have to do it back on the PS5 version to do it. But it is the only game that requires you to do that. Because if you remember, there was an uproar. Everyone said, "What? Our saves don't transfer. Why not?" Yeah, because I felt the same about Control Ultimate Edition because I had the chance to buy it before I actually bought the add-ons. But there's no way, because of the change of the Unreal Engine, there's no way you can transfer the saves over. But
that's a shame. You didn't buy it on PC because you can do that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir. So, Tony's joined the Master Race as well now. You know that, don't you?
It's the only way.
Call me Console Cliff.
Yeah.
I've got a PC. it is literally the Game Gear version of PC. Though. I said when we started filming this channel, I bought it like 6 months into 2013.
Yeah.
And it was like it's lasted till now, and it's just the fan with the update. The fan literally sounds like a PS4 Pro when you're playing God of War. Yeah. So my other impressions of the PS5 is I love everything about it, bar the size.
Mind you,
huge.
if you take,
You got the stand on yours. It don't look like it.
yeah, it's on the back because it's sitting down.
Right, okay.
It fits underneath.
Yeah.
And,
He's got his sideways.
If you take the old original Xbox One, the Jaguar CPU, GPU on that
Yeah.
was a low-powered, underpowered. It was designed for tablets and
it was the cheapest literal
laptops.
thing they could put in it at a time.
And it had 8 gigs of RAM, so
Dom Matrix, you suck.
and most of that was taken over from to run the Kinect when it was originally.
I still love the Kinect. I've actually unplugged my Kinect now and put it away in storage.
But these new PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, they have the same kind of hardware.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the processor, they struggle to make them, don't they? Everything wants the processor now. Is it the processor or the GPU?
yeah, it's an 8-core, 16-thread.
Yeah.
So that's impressive.
Mm.
It's 16 gigs of RAM, which is double.
Yeah.
And add on top of that, you've got RDNA 2 GPU on top,
Mm.
system on chip. It's really good.
Yeah. It looks pretty. So, what are your overall impressions of the PlayStation 5?
As a PC gamer,
Interview time.
as a PC gamer, I was quite impressed actually.
So, yeah.
I was quite impressed.
But I've been seeing him playing Forza 4 on 4K, stupid high detail forever. So for him to be impressed is something. Yeah.
You just with the graphics card I had, you just put it on 4K and whack everything up to ultra, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It still runs at 60 frames a second. You just get on with
Yeah.
it. Except Flight Simulator. Anything. I love to. I want to see
Can't
that.
wait for the Xbox version next month.
Well, it's not coming out on the Xbox One X.
No, it's Series
X
only.
and onwards. Yeah.
But are you seeing that they are bringing the Series X stuff to the Xbox One via the cloud?
Yes. Well, I've
so
got
that's their future.
I have the actual thing where I can stream to the browser on the PC.
Yeah.
It's just rolling out.
Yeah.
It's very strange, if you've got the bandwidth to do it, okay, but I'd rather have it actual local and, because PlayStation now do that.
Yeah.
Some games are downloadable.
Because you've got all PlayStation now and PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't got neither. It just kind of sucks because I wanted to get a Virtual Fighter and I ain't paying 25 quid for it.
Do you know what I've been playing on PlayStation now? This is really going to strike your...
Ride 3.
No, I
No,
downloaded
you
that
just
today.
installed that today, didn't you? Yeah.
I've been playing Jetpack Joyride.
Jetpack Joyride.
You run along your little guy and you've got to hover with your jetpack shooting bullets out of it.
Oh
collect
my
coins.
god, Jetpack.
Oh, that's Jetpack Joyride? I think it's called like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But they do have some decent games to download
Mm.
on the PlayStation now. You've got Red Dead 2 and...
I'm on the floor, so it's more comfortable. Yeah, so for the future.
It can only get better, can't it?
Yeah, they've seriously got to change Aloy's face though, because it feels like she's had an allergic reaction to peanuts. An allergic reaction to peanuts.
I think one of the things they were hoping for is that they would just cut off the PS4 and go to PS4. And I don't think that's going to work.
No,
Just because the shortages...
They couldn't get the consoles out there. I mean,
Yeah.
the fact there's 90% of them are scalpers anyway.
Oh, the prices
God
they were
of
going
War.
for.
God of War and
Ragnarok.
yeah, and say Horizon are the two that I'm just...
Gran
Everything else seems
Turismo.
to be getting bloody delayed. Gran Turismo. I'm so into Forza Horizon. I don't know if I could get into another driving game. I actually put on Metropolis Street Racer the other day.
Oh my god!
And do you know what? That's fucking hard.
That's the forerunner of Forza.
Yeah. It's just, oh, God. But yeah, I'm happy that. I mean, it plays my PlayStation 4 games better. So I'm really chuffed with that.
You'll
And
see
the
it
fact
upscaled and all that when you get a 4K TV
Yeah.
as well.
hopefully by the end of the year. Hopefully, we shall see. But yeah, I've got to say I'm happy with PlayStation 5. I'm glad I got one. I am impressed. So I didn't notice the difference between everyone was saying the first thing I noticed is the difference in loading. Well, I had a Series X, so I didn't notice that, and of course you've had PC, so you didn't notice that anyway. But do you say the standout's got to be the graphics in Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah, it was just
Wow.
the ray tracing. I mean, on the PC, you can get them on AMD cards, but your performance drops. But
Yeah.
of course, on the RTX cards, they have ray tracing cores built into them, so it's designed to do it. And they have DLSS as well. But the PlayStation 5 doesn't have any of that, but it still looked amazing. The ray tracing, like when you're walking through.
You do actually have 3 modes, don't you?
Yeah.
You got like performance.
So that's ray tracing on and upscale. It's kind of 4K. It's kind of upscale to it.
Yeah.
Then you have another one which is ray tracing on, but it's like a lower resolution, so it runs at fastest, and you can switch everything off and just have it at a higher frame rate.
Yeah.
But like you're walking through like the train station bit, and there's like a shiny floor.
Yeah.
You look at the reflections, and the good thing is you can put it on the camera mode, and you can look around and zoom in and zoom out, and you can see.
I watched some of that in the comparisons of like the Spider-Man when he was going through. You could see the reflections of the glass. I mean, it's just like, wow.
These new consoles really are showing what I
The
think
PC could have done a few years ago before you say it.
No, I was just going to say, you know, what we were missing out on when we had the lower powered.
I'm not his PC currently.
Don't rub it in. Got a shitty graphics card in it.
Yeah.
And one of the fans has got a blade missing, so if it gets too hot, it goes.
Swap PCs if you want.
Fuck off.
Yeah, but no, so it's a positive. It's definitely a positive. I still think that the scalpers need to seriously go fuck themselves and die. I reckon probably February or March next year, this shortages will finally bloody end.
Well, the problem is there was a chip shortage.
There still is.
Basically,
they go to like whichever company's offering the bigger order, don't they?
It's also
whoever offers the bigger order can have it.
It's also a lot of time that when they make the silicon discs, the chips come on a big silicon wafer. A lot of them
they failed, didn't they?
Failed, and they have to go down to low performance things.
Yeah.
So
see, look, it's my knee. This is how close the floor is.
AMD have brought out a motherboard with a PlayStation 5 CPU on it.
You've got bad influence on the telly in the background, by the way.
And it's got the graphics part disabled,
right?
And some of the CPU things disabled because the chips didn't come up to spec, but they are reusing them.
Yeah.
But the chips that go into like the RTX graphics cards and the AMD graphics cards and the consoles have to be of such high quality.
Don't they have so many billion transistors on them or something?
Oh, it's nearly a trillion now, isn't it? It's
crazy.
I was watching a program called Computer Chronicles, and it's from the 1980s. And they had a hard drive, and it was a 5 megabyte hard drive.
That would be massive in the 80s.
It was. They were saying, what would you do with all that space?
Yeah.
And now you look at your pen drive, your USB, you're like, that's 64 gigs. I don't need that.
It's too small. Where's the bigger ones? Yeah.
Here's my 500 gigabyte NVMe drive. I just slot that little thing in there.
Yeah. So you being Mr. Tech Guy, what do you think they could have done to? Can they do anything to improve the PS5 other than changing the battery in the pad to make it last longer?
No. It's pretty good. It's bang on the money.
Because the rumour is they're actually redesigning it, aren't they?
Yeah,
so they can make more of them. But the thing is, I'm happy. I know it's huge, but I'm happy with the one I've got. So
it'll be the new PlayStation 5 Slim.
Unlike my Xbox, it didn't have to go back on day 2. I can't believe that. Because I bought it, put it in, and I said to the guys, "It's got warranty." Like, they're like, "Please don't die," because everyone I know, by you, has had their PlayStation 5 die, and mine's been absolutely fine. Touched lots of wood. Yeah. So I've done Astro's Playroom, I've done Ratchet and Clank, and I've played some PS4 stuff.
PS4?
Yeah, on the PS5.
Gears of War 4?
PS4. Did I say Gears of War?
Yeah.
I'm going to say PS4. PS4, Gears of War. That'd be interesting. But yeah, so I'm happy, and I will give so far out of performance. I mean, I don't want to rate it like a solid 8 like most people. I think the future's great. You need both consoles, to be honest with you. Or, just a PlayStation and a super-powered PC, because that's how because anything that comes out on Xbox is going to come to PC anyway.
Yeah. That's one thing I must say. Microsoft have got their act together. They're catering to the PC market, which is getting bigger and bigger.
But there's just Microsoft have got Game Pass. That's all you need. I was talking to a friend, Richard, who actually works in game in Westwood. You know Richard, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he said to me, he said, this year's E3 was the weirdest experience ever. He says, because at the end of E3, normally you're like, oh, I want to get this game, I want to get this game, I want to get this game. And he was like, after E3 this year, like, oh, I don't have to get anything because it's all coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some surprise. I mean, the best thing, the other thing is that you got the EA Pass as well. So
Yeah.
EA games on there, a selection of EA games, which have just brought out the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit remaster on there as well.
Yeah, that's cool because I want to play that.
Yeah.
And I will actually be getting my Game Pass next month. It's the plan. He's been nagging me for over a year now. So's Troy. So's Tony. Pretty much everyone I know. I will.
I want to beat you at Forza. We've had some brilliant games at Forza,
Yeah.
hide and seek and stuff.
Yeah. So the old days like cat and mouse and
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's Forza is just it's one of the only live service games I will go back to.
All the time. It's like, what's playing Forza? What? Oh, he's playing Forza.
It's either that or Call of Duty.
The thing is, you don't even need to check if you're playing Forza. It's like, oh, Richard's unlocked an achievement in Forza. Hasn't he got every single one 50 times yet?
Have you not seen the achievements I've got recently for the game I've been playing on my phone?
Yeah,
It's a
I
word
was going to
game.
ask you, how did you get them?
It's a word game. It's on the Google Play Store,
Yeah.
and it's like a Microsoft game, and it's a word game. You have to make words out of letters and stuff.
Ooh,
And I've got a
I might
load of
have to
achievements from
get
it.
that then.
Yeah,
But yeah, anyway, for this PS5 video, yes, we're both happy.
yeah.
PC
Master
Master Race is happy.
I've still got to
Mr.
pick
Lowly
up,
console owner is happy.
Well, actually, no. You see, that's the thing. If you play games, doesn't matter where you play them. As long as you play and enjoy them,
Yeah,
who cares where you play them from?
true. That is very true. I couldn't agree more. But I mean, we're both console players, but we still both struggle with the Switch, don't we?
I just don't.
I don't understand why.
For me, the price of the games are too
Yeah,
much.
it's Nintendo. Me and Adrian actually last week we were like, right, we don't get this fascination with Smash Brothers. So spoiler for my pickups, I got a really cheap local copy of Smash Brothers. So we sat for 2 hours playing Smash Brothers, and when we finished playing, we were like, I don't get it. That wasn't fun. What's going on? It's what I don't like it. And yeah, it's one of the biggest games ever. I mean, I'm looking forward to Bayonetta 3 on the Switch, which I've said 3 million times in every single year. But
Did
other
you
than
see
that,
all the Switch fans really disappointed because they thought they were going to get an upgraded Switch?
they got an upgraded screen and speakers, but that's it.
I will say I will be getting the new console from Steam.
Yes. So he's going to be getting a new console from Steam.
It's
Because
It's better than the Switch.
Yeah. Our phones are better than the Switch.
But that's true. I mean, the hardware in that is so bloody old.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's what they call the little boxes that come out first. Oh.
It's like an Android box.
Yeah, but what was the console called that used them?
Ouya.
No, not the Ouya, the one after that.
Oh, it's an old it's
Shield.
NVIDIA
Shield, yeah.
Yeah.
That chip is the same as it says custom, but there is nothing different. It's like,
So it's NVIDIA though. They're one of the biggest graphics card makers, and they could upgrade it. They could put. You know what DLSS is, yeah?
yeah,
Deep learning super sampling.
yeah.
So you can take an image that is say 480p.
I'll write it down because I'll forget tomorrow.
480p image.
Yeah.
Upscales it to 4K, and you could not tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
so
impressive.
your
That's what we
your
need.
machine is running it at
Can they do it
480p.
from my Mega Drive?
Nothing can save that.
Don't you say that now.
So you can take an image at 480p.
Yeah.
So your computer's running that at 480p. So you've got complete performance.
Is it that powerful?
Yeah,
Right one?
yeah. Well, I think first you'd have to upgrade your power supply. You've probably got what 250 watt in there.
The mouse.
In a wheel.
2 mice. I put another mouse in there.
One of them died.
Yeah, it's carrying its weight. That's why I get.
That's what the fan's going flying for because the mouse is running around in it. But don't say when I lived in our house years ago, I owned a computer on the floor and we lived out in farmland and I opened it up and there was mouse shit all over the bottom of the computer.
In the last, yeah.
Yeah.
But I stood there one night, we were watching telly and pew going flying past.
I remember Tony sitting there going, we were watching something and Tony went, there's a bloody mouse.
Mm.
Yeah, all over the place.
That's when we filmed our Christmas episode. That is when we got copyrighted
For the
Christmas tree flashing lights.
God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will pick up a Series X at some point.
Yeah. And
I think
we're going to have to get him to be on the channel more often. I mean, it's stupid that we've probably seen each other more this year than we have done in years, even with COVID. And it's just like, get the camera out.
Seriously, it sounds, I mean, with the kids all growing up, you know, you've got a bit more time on your hands, you can play a few more games without the kids going, I want to watch this, I want to watch that.
Yeah, well, the problem is I've got more time on my hands, but I'm now out working more. And I come home from work and I'm like, tired. I'm tired. What do I do? Just play a game. No, I don't fancy playing
what
that.
you need to do is
I look through my list and I'm like,
what you need to do is do what I do, put a game on and fall asleep while you're playing online.
yeah, and go, Rich, are you asleep? Are you asleep?
Or go to the cinema, watch Riddick, don't even see one bloody frame of the film.
Yeah, me and Tony were laughing. We just kept looking at Rich going, he's asleep again. God, can you believe that was about 8 years ago now, 7, 8 years ago?
I know, it's madness,
This
isn't
time has flown. But yes, so it's good to see you. You must appear more.
Definitely.
So you're literally down the road now.
Definitely.
And you must get your tech channel up and running.
I know.
Yeah, it's because it's like he's done one video. I shall link it in below.
I didn't like that video, that's why I
and
didn't
watch.
do it, you see.
But
I
it's a
didn't
good
like the
video
video.
to watch. And so Tony's now pretty much on most of the modelling groups.
Ah.
And I've gone over to like a mask channel in America, so
I saw that,
we're
but-
all spreading about.
It's called, as you get older, you kind of like have different interests.
Yeah.
But you still have one interest that pulls everybody together, which is gaming. Even my missus is playing on the bloody phone.
Yeah, that's something I could never have imagined 10 years ago.
She's got a phone game that she plays on her phone, and they've got a huge following. She runs a team.
Don't say its name, because unless we get sponsorship and that.
No, she's got a team.
Sponsorship on this channel, yeah, right. 3 people. And you 0.00001 pence.
She manages a team of about 50 people
No,
all over the world,
So she's the boss.
and she's the boss, and they're in the top 30 in the world.
So
on
is
this
she
team.
better at games than you?
It's a
I
different
don't
type
know,
of
if
game.
she's in the top 30, then where are you? You're in the top 30?
It's a
then?
different type of game. Different. I don't classify mobile games as games. Don't tell
I
her
know I
that.
play Mortal Kombat Mobile all the time, but it's just basically tap screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
see, my
I
son,
lost my 700-day streak because the servers went down for 2 days.
my son plays. What's that Marvel game? Marvel.
Marvel Avengers.
It's a Marvel. No, on the phone.
I have no idea.
And he
what that is.
spends like 150 quid. Did his special events, and he'll spend 150 quid on bits and pieces for it.
Paige does that for skins and that on Overwatch.
Oh, God, I don't know.
The thing is, I'm a Halo player. And I watch Paige play Overwatch, and I'm like, ugh. I don't mind playing. I love playing through the Cold War? Cold
Cold
War.
War,
I
yeah.
love the single player in that. My favourite single player ever, especially the fact that you could do the alternate ending where you have to go and kill all the base. It's fucking brilliant. I don't play much online.
I'm
Tries to
level
get
150.
online. Yeah, so you're a little bit ahead of me.
So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so you're always on either on that or on Forza, or you're just on some game you're trying for like 10 minutes, aren't you? Because I see lots of games going, because it often gets lots of random achievements.
Yeah, I'll play a game for a little bit, and then I'll go. I don't really like this, and I'm looking forward to Hades coming to Xbox Game Pass. Though I love Hades. Yeah, there's a few games on the PC one that I'm going to try.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
I don't know what
That
I'm talking about.
was-
It's empty.
so that was a long ass video, but of course it's been a long time. So,
You need a
hello.
decent haircut.
Yeah, I actually have
Just
had a
before we
haircut.
go, are you going to buy the New Aliens game?
There's a bear shit in the woods.
What if it was like Alien? Oh, that
Well, the
reminds
thing
me.
is, it's basically aliens with gears of war. So it's. I mean, I don't like the way it seems really choppy and unfinished at the moment.
It's not long
But it's
since it comes
aliens.
out. though.
We played through Alien Colonial Marines.
I was going to say I've bought. You told me to buy a copy of
So you can
that.
play it again. I know.
So
we
I
get
bought
told
it.
off again.
I bought it.
Yeah.
I actually sent my son out to CEX to go and buy it. He'd come back with it. I've still got my 360.
So the thing is, in the 360, I've installed it all, and I've installed all the add-on packs and stuff. I thought for a laugh one night, I'm going to try and play an online game. Those servers are dead. It really sucks because it's been good to hear like Bill Paxton and that sort of stuff because they got the actual voices, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to play. I mean, I played through it on the PC, and I just played it.
Mm.
Awful.
All because of a misspelling in the code.
The
right?
code, yeah, and the aliens are complete.
But Aliens, I mean, it's just basically a Gears of War horde mode in Aliens.
But I think it's online only.
I'm fine with that. I'll have Game Pass by then. It's due out in September, isn't it?
September, October time.
Yeah. But I mean, that week we'll have to like
Clear time out.
bye bye everyone. We're playing Aliens because it's. I mean, the Aliens is the one thing that we always make exceptions for. Aliens.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Connor yesterday, my son, because he went up to London. We were talking about the Trocadero and Alien War and stuff like that.
yeah.
That's another video, another
Yes,
time.
and you've seen the pictures. I've put them up on this channel in the past when we was young and we didn't have any grey. You know.
Well, not much grey. It's here.
Yeah, yours is there.
Like
Mine is
Santa.
just everywhere. Oh.
That's a wig, though. Isn't it?
No, look, ow. That bloody hurt, that pulled right far. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. We always have to say that crap. And say hello to Richard, because he's been gone for too long. Anyway, guys, take care, and we'll catch you next time. Yeah, look, I'm picking your nose.